All Hoops Podcast.
All right, so we're going to take a deep dive today into some pretty big basketball news.
Definitely big news.
Bryce James, son to LeBron,
Yes.
is officially going to be playing for the University of Arizona.
Yeah, it's huge news.
Yeah, now you've probably heard this already, right? I mean, it's been all over the place, but we're going to really get into it today.
We're going to break it down.
What it all means, you know what it means for Bryce, how he fits into the Arizona Wildcats.
The Wildcats.
And yeah, of course, we're going to talk about the comparisons to Bronny's journey.
Absolutely can't not talk about Bronny.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, so right away, I mean, one of the most interesting things is that Bryce announced it on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Just like
Bronny.
Just like Bronny, yeah.
And of course, LeBron shared it on his own Instagram, Got to get that proud dad moment out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Classic proud dad move.
Classic.
But here's where I think things get really interesting. Bryce is coming in as a 3-star recruit, ranked 257th nationally.
Right.
By 24/7 Sports now.
Okay.
That ranking system, if you're not super familiar with recruiting,
Right.
it basically evaluates these players, based on their potential projects, how they might perform.
Yeah, it's all about potential.
At the college level. Good.
It's interesting because Bronny was a 4-star ranked 28th.
Right. Huge difference.
Huge difference. And I think what that suggests is that Bryce is more of like a project player is what they're calling him.
Okay, so a project player. What does that mean, in terms of...
What does that mean for his game?
His game, yeah.
Yeah, so it means he might have a ton of raw talent, untapped potential.
Okay.
But he may need more time to develop certain skills, compared to a higher-ranked player.
Right.
So maybe he's a late bloomer.
Okay.
Maybe he's got a specific skill set that he needs to refine.
Okay.
Think about it this way. Some players are, NBA ready right out of college.
Right.
Others blossom over time.
They need some time to develop.
They need some time, yeah.
So he's going to Arizona, which obviously a huge name in college basketball.
For sure.
I mean, they won the national championship back in '97.
Yeah.
4 Final Fours. So
it's a big program.
It's a big deal. But what's interesting is, we got to look at where Arizona stands now.
Right now. Yeah.
They're not like the powerhouse they were back then.
Yeah, they're not dominating. They're not at the top of the rankings every week. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're consistently making the tournament.
Yeah.
But they're not that dominant force.
They're not cutting down the nets at the end of the season.
Not yet.
Right, exactly. And, this season, they're 7-5, which, honestly shows they can be beat.
Yeah, they're beatable.
So.
And you also got to remember.
Yeah.
They already have a top recruit coming in next year.
Oh, yeah.
Dwayne Erstode?
Dwayne Erstode, 5-star.
5-star ranked 14th.
Ranked 14th.
So that's a good deal, too.
Yeah, so, how does Bryce fit into all of this?
That's the question, right? That's the $1 million question.
The $1 million question.
On the one hand, they might see Bryce as, a player who can develop over a few years.
Okay.
And then potentially, become a star later on in his college career.
Got it.
On the other hand, maybe he's a valuable role player.
Okay.
Who, contributes to a winning team alongside Dwayne.
Yeah, it's really interesting how this all plays out, with Bronny's journey as the background here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because, Bronny, he was ranked higher.
Right.
Went to USC.
Had some health challenges.
Faced some health challenges, but still got drafted. To the NBA.
Amazing.
Which is amazing, though. Maybe not, as high as some people predicted.
Right.
And now he's playing with LeBron on the Lakers, which is
insane.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you can't deny the pressure that comes with being LeBron James's son.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's got to be a lot to carry.
It's a lot of weight on your shoulders, for sure.
But you know what? I think Bryce choosing Arizona might be a way for him to kind of forge his own path.
Oh, yeah.
Develop at his own pace and maybe even exceed those expectations.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, could it be that by choosing a program where he might not be the star,
right,
that it actually takes some of that pressure off?
I think so. Yeah. I think it allows him to learn and grow and, maybe surprise people.
And really develop.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get down to it.
Let's get down to it.
What are we thinking?
What are the expectations?
What are some realistic expectations for Bryce at Arizona?
All right, so best case scenario.
Yeah.
He totally blossoms in their system. His game just skyrockets. He becomes a major contributor.
It becomes a star.
He becomes a star.
Yeah.
But, it's also totally possible that he becomes like a solid role player.
Right. Somebody who's
helps the team win.
contributing.
Yeah.
And we got to remember, too,
What's that?
even if he doesn't become like a superstar,
Yeah.
college is about more than just basketball.
Right.
It's a time to,
It's about growing
grow as a person,
as a person.
as a player.
For sure. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So as we kind of wrap up here,
Yeah.
what's the one thing that jumps out at you about Bryce's choice, especially compared to Bronny's path?
I think for me, it's the potential for Bryce to really exceed expectations.
Yeah.
Choosing a program where he can develop at his own pace without that constant spotlight.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the key to unlocking his full potential.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So here's something for everyone to think about.
Right.
Could Bryce, despite not having, that initial hype that Bronny had, could he actually end up having a more impactful college career?
Wow. That's a good question.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
It'll be fascinating to see how it all unfolds. Keep your eye on Bryce James at Arizona.
Definitely keep your eye on him.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
See you next time. See ya.